everybody. Welcome to the socaldramtram. Thank you, man. This is your boy C.
And I'm Matt. And today, before we get into this whiskey, we just want to say if you're new here, thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. If you're a returning viewer, hey, we appreciate you guys sticking around. As always, everybody hit that little bell for notifications. That way you know when we drop a new video every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Cesar, what do we got on the bar today?
Today, we got a Master Distiller of the Year from your bar, my good friend.
That's right. Today, we got our first on the Texas whiskey train. We got Balcones Brimstone.
Tell you what.
Memo from Brimstone Breath. That's right. If you know that quote from that movie, put it up in the comments. Who knows? We may even send you a little something because I'll tell you one thing. Not a lot of people know that movie, but I love that movie. Anyway, today on the bar, we got a really fun bottle, and with it, we venture into the world of Texas whiskey, which is really exciting for us because this is going to be our first Texas whiskey that we reviewed on the channel, and we have Balcones Brimstone Pot Distilled Texas Scrub Oak Whiskey.
Woo!
That's a mouthful. So what's up with Balcones? They were founded in 2008 and they're located in Waco, Texas. Their head distiller...
Waco, like that new Netflix special.
Yeah, exactly. Also where George W. Bush is from, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Like I said, founded in 2008 and located in Waco. Their head distiller, Jim Hemstead, sorry about that. He's been with the company since its founding, and if my information correctly serves me, he actually started in home brewing and a manager for the Dancing Bear Pub, which is a craft beer bar in Waco, which is kind of cool. Obviously, as the head distiller of Balcones, he's got his hands in a lot of pots. Get it? Pot distilled whiskey. But in addition to blending for Balcones, he also helped design the labeling and was involved in barrel selection from the jump. So it's safe to say when it comes to Balcones, Jared basically knows all things Balcones, which is kind of awesome. So let's get into this particular bottle. Little bit about it. Like I said, this guy is the Balcones Brimstone. It's going to be it got a little bit of a stigma in the whiskey world because it's known for its high proof point and its real potent flavors used from that Texas scrub oak. Texas scrub oak is essentially a Besure tree that grows on the hardened limestone in north and central Texas. It's basically used as a fire source, and that's what gives it its smoky profile.
Interesting.
It's presented at 53% ABV, and like I said, it is pot distilled. And if you look real close at it, that's black coffee, basically. That is natural color. That is just, time in a barrel in Texas. So without further ado, I've already given you all the notes on it. Let's get into the whiskey. Have you already nosed it?
Have not. But before I get into it...
Oh, yeah, we use coins on this channel, don't we?
For my topper coin, I'm using my... Pokemon, gotta get you on.
Every time you use that coin, I just think of the parody. Not even a parody. Somebody tried to say Metallica did the theme song from Pokemon. I'm like, number one, not Metallica. Number two, I want Metallica to do that thing.
Number three, it's almost metallic. So, and for my coaster coin, I'm using my also Whiskey Soldier.
That's right. And for me, I'm actually going to be using my It's Bourbon Night coin. That's right. Hashtag drink more bourbon. And the reason why I'm using it is because this is their batch 2 coin and they're highlighting Texas whiskey. Since this is a Texas whiskey, we wanted to go ahead and get into it.
Yeehaw!
Exactly. So, have you noticed it?
I have actually. And to be honest, it's very, very bourbon-like to me.
Well, yeah, it's a bourbon.
Oh.
What?
I'm still thinking about the other the Balcones, but yeah, no, for sure.
This is where you gotta lay in that video of like, you know, dude boxing and just like dances around the dude and then just get knocks the hell out. So on the nose for me, this guy just smells like, oh, what was it? I just had it. Smoky popcorn. Like this smells like smoky popcorn. Maybe a little bit of butter in there. Like it's very rich, very potent in its flavors. Like this is not a subtle dram, at least not on the nose, right? Like this is just punch you in the face with the flavors, and that 53% ABV really heightens all those flavors.
Yeah, it's rich in bourbon. Like to be honest, as far as the nose goes, it kind of reminds me of the holy bomb.
The holy bomb?
The holy hand grenade.
Blanton's?
Bland.
Oh,
It smells like Bland to me.
You know, we still haven't reviewed Blanton's.
Have we not?
No, we haven't. We should do that sometime soon. I mean, we have it.
I didn't know we did not review it yet.
No, you just brought it over to drink.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
You guys want to see us review Blanton's? Because we have it. I've got a regular Blanton's, and then I've got a store pick.
Private.
Blanton's.
Yeah, that's store
Which
pick,
one you
yeah.
want to see? You want to see Blanton's regular pick or Blanton's barrel pick? I don't know why I'm making finger pistols. Maybe Cesar will put in some stuff here. I don't know. I'm making more work for him. That's really what I'm doing this fast.
No, but for real, on the smell, it's just like it smells like Bland's to me. Which is
Interesting. See, I don't get the Blanton's. Like this is much more potent than its flavor profile.
Like Bland, and if there's any actual like something in particular I can name for you guys to relate to, it smells like a brand new leather in a car for me. Like, and the funny thing is I'm not even talking about that BMW fresh leather. I'm talking about the Mercedes fresh leather. Like, I don't know about you, but I feel that a Mercedes and a BMW distinctly have a different fresh leather smell. But now that you've tasted it, what you got? What do you
Jared,
smell?
my man. Whew. Okay, let's break this down. Smoky popcorn on the nose for sure, and you don't lose that on the palate for sure, at least for me. For anybody curious on this guy, like I said, this is core range. You can pick this up on the shelf, and it's $50.
50.
$50. So you really have a hard press beating the value on this. This is batch BRM. I'm guessing that's Brimstone 20-1, and it was on the 4th of February of this year, the year that shall not be named, 2020.
Ooh, those legs.
Yeah, this is very oil. This is very viscous. The mouth
right there,
cool
legs
coating
from top
feel
to
is
bottom.
insane.
From top to bottom, legs right there.
I know I kind of tilted my head up. I hope y'all got a nice shot of my lines on the beard. Just did them myself. So I'm going to break this down for you. So heat, like it just comes at you like we've been having some really hot days here. And I mean, California, for lack of a better word, because somebody decided to have a gender reveal party, has been on fire. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, it's contained. But I'm going to let you know a little secret. If you're not used to wildfires, the sky is orange outside now, and we have ash rain.
No, like literally, like I usually run the streets, and I was still gonna run the streets even though I saw the orange sky. But as soon as I opened my garage today and stepped out ready for the run,
like
and
the Homer Simpson meme,
and felt 5 pieces of ash go straight into my face, I was like, nope, we're done. I was like, I smoke, but this is definitely probably gonna be worse for my lungs than actually smoking.
Exactly. So again, the point that I'm bringing up with this horrible thing is that it's got heat. Like it's very warming, right? I mean, we coined the Scotland snug. There's the Kentucky hug. I'm gonna come up with something for Texas.
Texas tug.
I like it.
The Texas
I
tug.
like it. Hashtag Texas tug.
Yeah.
I want to see it on shirts. I want to see it on coasters. Everything. I don't know why coasters, but that's just the first thing that popped into my head. We've been drinking, folks. That's just my excuse for everything.
Coasters.
Okay, so in addition to the heat, smoky, obviously, but not like offensive smoke, like, you know, anybody who's been around, like, you know, my stepdad was a smoker, and he like legit 2 packs a day. Like when people say that,
that is a
he
smoker.
legit was 2 packs a day
That's
on an
crazy.
oxygen tank
That's
trying to kill
crazy.
us all. But this is like subtle. This is like barbecue pit smoke. Like, you know when you go to the Orange County Fair and you walk through like Barbecue Row?
Oh, yeah.
That's what this smells like.
That one
like,
big
this
rib,
is
that's what I love
gorgeous.
getting there. Yeah.
I love this. Like, I love setting up my smoker for a long haul cook. When I go to the fair, that's pretty much what I'm going for is the barbecue. So for me, this is reminiscent of that. And because we can't go to the fair this year because 2020 sucks, I'm like, that's what this is reminding me of. On the first sip, though, bitter sweetness, like black licorice. Like in Texas whiskey, I often get like a licorice note that kind of goes through. I think that's just something that happens with the heat and the barrel and the liquid in Texas.
Yep.
Like I've even had source whiskey from Texas that has that licorice note to it. And this is no different. But this is just like subtle. And more than that, I get a lot of the burnt sugars for sure. Even on the finish, I start to get like a hint of mint, which is really interesting because it's so like left field for the rest of everything that I've described. Like this is a wonderful glass, and the finish is just this very drying mouthfeel, kind of like a white wine. Like it's definitely just like this crisp, stays with you flavor profile, but not in a liquid form. Like everything's dry, almost as if you like took a piece of charcoal and bit on it. Not that I've ever done that.
So here's what it's like for me. There's so much to say about this. So much, folks. To be honest, I'm not sure if I've had as much to say about flavors in a whiskey as much as I do this particular one. So initially, you get the traditional spiced bourbon notes, and then it waves into a maple bar donut for me.
I can get behind maple.
And then
I can get behind that.
And then it waves into a tiny, just the tiniest hint of peat, and then it waves to black coffee. So, folks, it has these abundant of waves of flavors that's absolutely not heightened in a particular one to outclass the other, but to complement each other smoothly as you keep drinking it and as the flavor profiles roll through your taste buds and your palate. It is amazing. So to be honest, I think I know why he got the master distillers on this, because he was able to get the flavor profile from opposite ends of the flavor spectrum and make it even out and make it taste really good. Make it taste like it's supposed to be like that. Like I said, from the bourbon to the maple bar to the smokiness to the what was the last one I got?
You black coffee.
Black coffee.
I know that's where you ended.
Yeah. No, to the black coffee, like all the way through and through. It's a beautiful wave of flavors. Beautiful. And for this to be a core range, like nothing crazy.
The fact that you can walk in and grab this.
Yeah. This is really, really good stuff. I'm really surprised. I really like this Texas whiskey for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like this is one that I know a lot of different whiskey tubers out there. When they have, Balcones BRIMSTONE, they're like, it hurts, it burns so good. Like for me, this is killer. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
This has got a lot of complexity to it. Like, if all things came out at this standard, we would all be drinking very well. Yeah. Without a doubt. For me, like, I just dropped water in, and it's 53%, so I know it's going to handle it just fine. On the second nose, like, with the water, some stone fruits, like maybe apricot. Like, I'm getting, like, a very, like, juicy citrus apricot to it. Sweet butter for sure, but it's not as heavy on the smoke like once you had the water and once it's had time to breathe.
Yeah.
Even at 53% though, it's not trying to blow me up. Like even neat, like you can enjoy this. Now, like this past weekend when it was triple digit weather, would I want this? Nah, I'm probably not reaching for it. Only because I don't want to feel that hot on the inside.
Of course.
I'm already feeling it on the outside. It tastes like burning.
On the nose, I get nothing but maple bar right here.
I'll do you one better with the maple bar. So you said maple donut?
Yeah,
maple now,
bar.
What are we talking? We're talking about the
maple
like
bar.
The glazed bar
that
has like the maple on it. I'm going to do you one better. Crumbled up bacon.
Caramelized crumbled up bacon?
Caramelized crumbled up bacon on that thing.
I can see that. I can
like,
see that
this
because
is just gorgeous.
I've actually had a cocktail weenie that was actually cooked with a caramelized piece of bacon around it. And that is pretty close to it for sure.
Yeah, like I can get behind the maple. I can get behind the bacon on this. I don't know if I've heard of anybody talking about maple bacon on Brimstone in particular, but man, is it like just so
You did
ever-present.
now.
Exactly. I'm sure there has been somebody. Somebody will correct me in the comments. Like, no, this guy said it. No, that's okay. None of our people actually do that. And we love you for it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I get a maple bar, and it's funny because I remember, like, to be honest, it reminds me of the first time ever having a maple bar. I remember being at a donut shop, particularly with my mom, and then being like, "Oh, chocolate's always the best. Chocolate this, chocolate that." And my mom always has ordered the maple bar. And this one particular day, I remember being like, "Mom, why do you get the maple bar? Like, look, it's chocolate. How don't you like that?
Why would you get this?
Yeah,
thing
like why?
when you can get this thing?"
And then my mom, not even saying a word, was just cut a piece off and gave it to me and continued sipping continued sipping their coffee, and life was changed dramatically. I'm not kidding, folks. This is actually a true story. Since that day, that moment when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I have never ever again ordered a chocolate bar. Since that moment, every single time I go to a donut shop, always maple bar. And I put that on my mom's life. Since that moment, I have never ordered a chocolate bar again because I was so blown away at how much better the maple bar was. I was like, no.
Sorry, I'm not meaning to laugh and undercut this, but I love how passionate you are about this because, like, you know, for me, like, you're like, this changed my life. And I'm like, a donut changed my life last week then, I guess. I don't know.
No,
kid. You see me leaning back. Lean back. I'm fat.
Nah, folks, but yeah, it was a big wake up in my lifetime for sure. And then I was like, wow, that's actually sweeter than the chocolate, and it tastes better. Like, that's crazy. So yeah,
it's kind of like the first time you put syrup on a pancake or a waffle, and you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You just turn to, like, you know.
Or the first time I put peanut butter and syrup on my waffles.
First time you ever had a Reese's, and you're just like, you can put chocolate and peanut butter together? Oh my God. So, okay, with the water though, it sounds really awful because of the fact that we have wildfires going on right now, but this tastes like a brush fire smells, dude. This is nuts to me. Like, you can walk outside and smell this and then come back inside and drink this, and it's the exact same experience right now. It's really interesting. And here's why I'm going to just, like, flip the script on this whiskey. That mint that I mentioned with the water now blows up. Like, I get this warming sensation on the front end, and then on the finish, just this cooling, like, mint gum.
I was gonna say, yeah, like
it's
that
so
finish, and
interesting.
and it is there, and it's there to make a point, and it lasts.
Yeah,
like
it's staying with you.
Like, even as the other flavors are dying down, the mint is just staying the same amount the other way. So it's just like, oh, it was sweet mint, this and that, and then this is mint, this is sweet, and as it finishes, it's like this. And the mint just stays, like, abundant all the way through the finish where the sweet starts going down. But yeah, because I could feel that tingleness on the back of my tongue for sure.
So I'm gonna pose a question to you. So Balcones Brimstone, 53%, $50. Stagg Jr, at least batch 12, which is what we have. We have batch 12. 60. What are we at? 64%. So call it 11 points higher. I paid $100. What are you buying? Stagg Jr review, right here. Check it out.
That is a good comparison, folks, because
both these want to, like, take you out back. Like, so this is like, I think I've used an analogy before, but this is a whiskey that's like, you know, you have something like, what's one that I can compare it to? So you have something like Ball Blair, right? Where, you know, it's like, yeah, let's go on a date. Let's have a nice time. And then this is that whiskey. It's a girl's like, I'm going to show you what you like. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to tell you. That's what this and Stagg have in common. Like, they will, like, these are the flavors I'm going to give you. Not like you're going to pick me apart. Like, this is what I'm here for. So if you have to get this or Stagg, let's say you could get Stagg at retail. Let's say you could get Stagg at $60. $65. You can also get this at $50. Now, this is a little bit lower proof point.
Yeah. So with that being said, to be honest, at the Stagg, I would buy it, especially at the $60, $65 price point.
But we paid $100.
So that's where I'm gonna get to too. Out of the $100 price point, I'd go with this over Stagg any day, because Stagg is great, and it has an amazing profile for how much alcohol there is actually in it. But paying $100 on that versus $50 for this, I'd rather go for this. But if you could find Stagg at that $65, even $70 price point, I would definitely go with that. Not only for the 11% ABV higher, but because of the complication you get with the flavors and the ABV. So that's where it gets really good.
We're not saying we don't like Stagg. We love Stagg, but this is
a good complication of flavors. Yeah, this is a good complication of flavors too, just and not different. As much. So the only reason I rated the other one higher is because of money worth, right? So you get more of your money's worth with the 65 at a 11% higher versus this. But if they're at the same proof and the Stagg was more expensive, this all day. This all day if they were at the same proof and the Stagg was more expensive.
Sorry, I'm just realizing because again, you can't see this on camera, but we have a monitor right here, and like I'm kind of leaning back. It's giving this forced perspective, like Lord of the Rings thing, where Cesar looks a little bit bigger than me, and I'm like, I kind of like this. It's nice. But I have this big, broad belly and chest. It's like maybe I don't. Maybe I need to scoot in. That's right. Now we right here, but my head's gone.
Yeah. Now we cut.
Enough about forced perspective. What are you rating this?
So for this, I'm rated 4. For that price point, outstanding. The color is outstanding. The flavor is outstanding in each and every 3 or 4 different flavors that it actually has. So I'm not saying it's just a number 4 in the bourbon section. I'm saying it's a 4 in the bourbon category. It's a 4 in the coffee category. It's a 4 in all the categories that of the flavor profiles I got. So with that being said, I don't know if
we should keep calling them bourbon. It says Texas whiskey, right? I feel like somebody gonna come make a thing out of it. Sorry, you were on a roll.
No. I was done. What about you?
So you said a 4?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm agree. It's a 4. Like the whiskey in the glass is a 4. It makes me, in addition to just wanting to drink more of it. Now, again, you look at it and you go, well, you haven't even drank any of it. Like, we just cracked this. I have this rule now where I can't open bottles until I finish off bottles because I have too many. However, it makes me want to drink more of it. It makes me want to try more Balcones. Yeah. More coming soon on this channel. I've had now their single malt. I've had their baby blue. I've had a couple other ones. And I got to tell you, everything that I've had from them has been just really solid. The price point is super reasonable, super approachable. Yeah. If you are curious about a new category, meaning Texas whiskey, and you're just like, do I pull the trigger on it? The answer is yes. Like there is enough, like we talk about value, right? Like off camera and even sometimes on camera where it's like, is there enough of a difference to warrant me spending my money on it? Yes, there's enough of a difference between bourbon and Texas whiskey for you to warrant spend your money. And this guy is no exception to that because the flavor profile you get out of it, the complexity you get out of this bottle, it's second to none. It stands toe to toe with some of the better whiskeys we've had. And like I said, if you are not into like a funky adventure or a whiskey having its way with you, maybe steer clear, maybe try something else for them. But if you are going on a whiskey journey, you definitely need to check out Balcones Brimstone. Yep. Anything else you want to add on the bottle?
Nope.
Well, guys, it's a 4 from me. It's a 4 from Cesar. 4s all around. Do us a favor. Hit us up in the comments. Have you had Balcones? Have you had the Brimstone? What have you had? Let us know. Let's talk about it because we're always looking for new stuff to try. And if you've got one that you think, hey, you should try the Rumble. Maybe we go buy a bottle of Rumble. It's all on you. Not really. It's on our wallets, but that's okay. Do us a favor. Hit us up on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We love interacting with you guys there. And again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's right here. Or no, right here. That's my face. Right here. Check it out. Click it. Then a little subscribe thing's going to pop up. Click that. Everybody hit the bell. You guys know what to do. Anything else?
Now what about you, brother?
Stay safe and drink well, folks. All aboard. Catch you next time. Hey everybody, hope you liked that video.
Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications.
And don't forget to subscribe. Cool. Woo! Damn, that's good.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I fucking love this, dude. I will 100% replace this. I'm so happy it's core.